Thank you.
Mary. Yeah.
All right, let me know we're having an executive session at the right time. At this time, I'd like to recommend the appointment of Ben Hadley, the Mission Police Chief.
Requires a second, I'll second.
Well, you need to make the motion and then the second.
Yes.
Sir, I recommend that I move, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Just make
it up.
Sorry, thank you, on the fly.
Read similar to that. Uphold the appointment.
Mayor, I move the city council uphold the appointment of Ben Hadley as chief of police for the city of Mission.
Second.
Call the question, please.
Lucas,
Aye.
Shepherd,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Quinn,
Aye.
Rothrock,
Aye.
Crane,
Aye.
Cowdery,
Aye.
Motion carried. Well, this is 9, the mayor's report.
Planning Commission appointments.
Yes, that's under mayor's report. Planning Commission appointments. Tonight, I put forth the names of Scott Babcock and Brad Davidson for appointment to the Planning Commission. The terms expiring December 31st, 2014.
Mayor, I move the city council uphold the appointments of Scott Babcock and Brad Davidson for appointment to the planning commission with terms expiring December 31st, 2015.
Second.
Call the question, please.
Quinn,
Aye.
Lucas,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Shepherd,
Aye.
Crane, Cowdery,
Aye.
Rothrock,
Aye.
Motion carried. Congratulations, Scott.
Thank you.
You'll be a big asset.
Thanks, sir. A big what?
No.
So that's how it's gonna be.
The second thing on the mayor's report, I'm going to start a task force on the community center on marketing concepts. We'll see what this go. We're going to take it slow after budget. Councilwoman Calgary is going to share that. Appreciate that. And that is all on the mayor's report.
Sure. Thank you, Mayor. I have just a few items. A report on the website is staff training is going to be held the first week of June. Once we get staff trained and they have a week or so to train and work on the website, then we'll be able to go live either towards the end of June or the 1st of July. I know we're need to move forward with that, and we're moving as quickly as we can, but we also want to make sure things are going smooth. So that should be out with, by the 1st of July. Second, the Gateway meeting. There's nothing to really report on Gateway. We're still finalizing the meeting July 4th with the city's financial team, as well as requesting Mr. Valenti to make a report to the CDC that evening. Don't have confirmation yet, but that's the last I've heard, and that's the last we're working on. Another item to get on your schedule, though, this fall is the Incident Command System or the National Incident Management System training that's required of elected officials. We're trying to do this, coordinate this with other community jurisdictions. It's 2-hour training on if we were to have a disaster. Unfortunately, hopefully never happens in Mission, but to understand what all the, how the command system works, how the different jurisdictions work together, and their federal government's requiring that of all elected officials. And so some of you probably been through it before. We're trying to do it on an evening in a 2-hour session that multiple jurisdictions can join in on. And like I said, sometime this fall, so I'll keep you apprised when that comes together.
Jerry, with Susie Hughes not here, can we get a report out on the Mission Family Festival, right? That just happened a couple weeks ago, right? Sorry.
Well, Christy probably has a better sense of the crowd, but I think the weather was a little dicey on Thursday night, but we brought in about $5,300 in carnival proceeds, so that's an event where we make money every year, which is very exciting. You know, carnival, great crowds. I think people miss the parade, and so we'll look forward to bringing that back next year. But great family-oriented event. The apple pie contest, we may have to ditch it for next year because we only had 2 entries. So you have to drum up some cooks. You know, if you want to be a judge, you got to drum up.
Laura, were there co-winners on that?
Well, I think we awarded a first and second place, although I saw the ballots and you guys are pretty non-committal on who would win the best pie. But again, I know Susie would thank all of the volunteers committee and folks who helped pull that off, and I'm sure she will have a much lengthier report when she gets.
I might also mention there were so many judges for the pie contest, we were fighting over scraps of pie.
Sorry.
You almost didn't leave any for me, and that really upset me.
I was careful about that.
Do we want to give an update on Johnson Drive at all?
Mr. Belzer's probably ready and able to do that.
It's not finished?
Not yet, not quite yet. This week, they poured all the concrete parking stalls from Woodson to the east on the south side. They did that Monday and Tuesday. Today, they poured curb, kind of on the curb returns and miscellaneous spots. So the curb's in. They worked on the curb up on the Mar, so they could get the final lift of asphalt going up there. The final base lift of asphalt they're wanting to put down on Friday. Once we get there, we're within 2, so hopefully in the near future, after they get that done, we can open those spots back up to traffic, people can start parking there.
Mayor, may I ask a question?
Yes, you may.
John, when's southbound Lamar going to be open?
Southbound Lamar, what they're doing is they're gonna have to get the work that they're doing up at Lamar now finished. I don't know an exact date, but once they get that one side of the road finished, they will reopen it to where it'll be 2-way through that intersection.
Any guesstimates?
I would say a couple weeks.
I have personally seen people drive into that,
Yes.
oh my gosh, and then I saw somebody I'm like, people are, I've been very bold here recently about that, about going south on Lamar.
They are being very bold. We have additional signage. We have the do not enter sign. We have the no turn signs on each leg. The way that the traffic signal is, it's covered up just to tell them they can go,
Right.
East and west. We work with the police department some and have them up there to educate folks that that's only for one-way traffic.
Yeah.
But we'll continue to work on that while it's in this setup, and hopefully it will be open to 2-way traffic soon, and we won't have that problem. You're welcome.
Well, if there's no other business.
That's the first I'm hearing about a rec task force. I was curious to know more about that. What kind of park and rec professionals might serve on that task force? Or
Christie's going to be a part of it. Right now, we're just in the process of giving people testimony to check. And I think it'd be good, some way to market it. We lose a lot of money there every year, so it's something to look at. And if we can recover some of it, it'd be great.
So it's going to be looking at from a marketing and advertising,
Yes,
drive more membership kind of.
wherever we go, wherever they need to, it's membership, if it's using the meeting rooms more at different times, It's gonna be a long process, it's not gonna be just a couple more projects, it'll probably be 6 to 8 months long.
Is it revenue generation focused?
Probably more that than savings, but if there's some place we can save, we'll do that too. You're welcome.
So I don't mind quickly interjecting, we remind the community and gently remind the council of the ribbon cutting for the pool Saturday at 11:30 a.m. Soft opening Friday night for the mission community, softer opening for city employees and various boards and commissions on Thursday night, so just want to get that out there.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. Now, there's no other business.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.